Cowabunga, dudes and dudettes. This is Anthony, aka Batbomb82, and today I'll be doing a review of the Mezco 112 Collective Previews Exclusive Deathstroke. Now, taking a look at the front, we can see that the figure is showcased in the standard Previews tin, done in a gunmetal black motif with a gold Deathstroke logo at the center. Turning the tin around, we can see an image of the figure surrounded by his multiple accessories and interchangeable parts. So with the packaging out of the way, let's crack this figure open and see what we have inside. And here's Deathstroke out of the packaging. And man, yet another really cool figure from Mezco. They just keep killing the game with every single release. Now I know for the most part this is simply just a redeco with bonus accessories, but it's an incredible redeco, and it fits the character perfectly. I'm actually really surprised at how much I really do like this stealth version of Deathstroke. He's so cool, and I cannot wait to check him out with you guys. But before we take a closer look at the figure, let's take a look at the accessories. So PX Deathstroke does come with a really good amount of accessories. Starting off, he comes with a sniper rifle with bipod and 2 removable clips. He also comes with an assault rifle with banana clip, a submachine gun with 2 banana clips, a grenade launcher with 2 grenades, a pistol with removable clip, a sword, and a sheath for his sword. And lastly, he does come with a circular base stand with the Deathstroke logo printed atop. He also comes with a clear articulated arm that articulates at 4 points with a clip. So with the accessories out of the way, let's take a closer look at the PX Deathstroke. Alright guys, now let's take a closer look at the Mezco Previews Exclusive Deathstroke. Or as some people have kind of dubbed him, Stealthstroke. I've heard a few times around the forums and whatnot. But this is basically a stealth Deathstroke, and I freaking love this guy. The Deathstroke itself, the base figure, the original figure, was kind of like probably one of my all-time favorite Mezco figures to date. It was just such an amazing figure. But I picked this guy up just, you know what, I want to check him out because he's initially just a repaint and a redeco with some extra accessories. But for the most part, he's all just the exact same figure but in different colors. But what this reminds me of, and this is what sold me on this, he reminds me of the Slade character, or which is pretty much the Slade character, same character, from the Teen Titans cartoon. That's what the colors and the design kind of remind me of. Just seeing that version like that with the black and then the darker colors and whatnot. So I picked them up for that reason because I felt like I could have a Teen Titans version. So very cool. But getting this guy in hand, again, he's pretty much just repaint and whatnot and a redeco. But my gosh, he's so cool. I am extremely glad I picked him up. He's just a lot of fun with this all black and whatnot. Like I said, the stealth. I think it's really, really cool, and it fits him so good. You know, the extra accessories are really sweet. We've actually seen some of the accessories with some of the Punisher figures. But man, this is just, I'm so happy with this. I'm so glad I got my hands on it. Now, I know he's been allocated, and his run was cut pretty short, so I know he's going for a little more than cost in the aftermarket. So if you can pick one up, I highly recommend it doing real quick before he goes up in value just way crazy more. But the sculpting is pretty much what you're used to from the other Deathstroke. So if you do have the standard release Deathstroke, you pretty much know what to expect with the same ones. Exact same thing, all done in more of a black and gunmetal and silvers. Lots of scratch marks and nicks and things like that. Even down to the boots and the shin guards. All look very nicely done and very nicely detailed. I love that the helmet is would be like blue and orange, but it's actually more of a gold, and I think that came out really nice. So I'll bring in the standard release real quick, and you can kind of see what I mean. Actually, let me put his sword in there so it feels a little balanced. But you can see what I mean here. So it's pretty much the exact same figure, just in more of an all black. And you can see how it's more orange on the standard release and more of a gold. Hopefully that's picking up on my camera. And you can see the eye's different. It has a white eye on this one, and the standard release is more of a red eye. I just think that's very cool how they decided to do this. And like I said, give it more of like almost like Teen Titans feel, because that's what it comes off to me. So I picked it up for that reason alone. So very, very cool. Again, very excited that I picked it up. So it's good. We do get some interchangeable parts here. We can pop that off like that, and we can put on the Slade head like so. And for me, I'm probably going to be displaying him with the Slade head. I'm not fully sure yet, so that way I could have one figure displayed with the helmet and one unhelmeted. I'm not sure which will be which, but I do like that normal head on the all-black suit. I just think that looks really cool, so I'll probably leave that head on for the rest of the review. We do get some interchangeable hands and whatnot. They're pretty standard for the most part, what you see with Mezco. They hold on there and come off very nicely, and they stay on there pretty sturdily. What I will say right off the bat, though, we do get this trigger hand, which is really good for holding all the guns and whatnot. But we only get this like type of gripping hand, which is more like a barrel holding hand, and we don't get a second technical gripping hand. That's a minor complaint from me. Like, we should have gotten two actual trigger finger hands like that, so he could like dual wield and things like that. You can kind of get guns holding in that hand a little bit. We do get another gripping hand, which is more of a sword gripping hand, you know, no actual trigger finger. I kind of wish we could get another one, like more like the other, the trigger holding hand with the actual see the trigger finger out like that, but we do not. So you can finagle it here and there to where it still works, but it's a little disappointing that we don't get that. So, it is what it is. This stand is amazing. You know, Mezco stands are always, again, I always say some of the best. I love the color scheme with that gold. You know, here that just looks fantastic. So I do like that a lot. So some of the accessories, I'll try and go over them real quick. Again, most of them are a lot of the same thing. So we do get his standard sword that we've seen with before, but this is cool because it's done in like a gunmetal black. Even the blade is like a gunmetal black, so it's not silver or anything like that. It is almost like black steel, which I think is really cool, and I do love the sculpting of that. So very, very nice. So you slide that in there like so. We do get a sidearm right there, which is a pistol. We've seen this pistol before. Very nice. You can remove the magazine like so. It's very tight, and then you can see the bullet in there. So you can just clip that in like that, and I'll hold that in there. It is just there. There we go. All right, so very cool. Put that aside. We get the standard rifle that we've seen with the other figure. Same, just a little different, which is being the color. It's more of a gold. These liners right here, which is more orange on the standard release. We do get some bonus weapons, which we get this almost like a grenade launcher. We've actually seen this with, I believe it's the armored Batman. So this actually, the butt of the stock actually extends out like so, and you can uncock the barrel like that, and you can see I actually have one of the grenades in there, and you can just cock that in. So that's pretty cool. I love that accessory. Very, very nice. We do get like this submachine gun, which is very cool, again with that gold trim throughout the thing. We've seen this again, I believe, with the Punisher. We do get two of these little banana mags right here, which is cool. Again, you can see the bullet in there, so it looks very nice. That's just a really cool weapon. I kind of wish he came with two of these. Not a big deal though, but I do like that. It's probably one of my favorite guns that they've released in the Mezco line. Now we also do get this right here, which is this awesome sniper rifle. That is fantastic. I love that. Just a very nice look, you know, the all black with that gold trim and whatnot. You can see lots of good detail. Now this thing actually does have a bipod right here. You can see this, and it goes right in this little slot right here, and you can hold that in there, and I'm gonna probably mess this up, but you can't see it in there. Like that. So if you want to get some poses where he's like, you know, going prone and, you know, trying to snipe someone, you can't do that. But if you want to like fold it up and like that, it just pops right off. And I've tried for the life of me to get that to stay on there, and it just keeps popping off no matter what. The slightest movement would just pop it right off. So I don't know if I'm just going to completely leave it off, or maybe I might glue it on. I'm not sure. But that might be something to know. Just be careful. You didn't break it. Hopefully you didn't break it. But it does pop off very, very easily. You can even see the lens is kind of like a glossy plastic on there. That's just such a cool weapon. I'll probably pose him with this specific gun. I just think it's rad. And again, I believe we've seen that with one of the Deluxe Punisher, the PX Punisher. So very, very cool. So lots of great accessories with this figure. So now we're going to take a look at the articulation, because the articulation is pretty good considering how bulky this figure is. So the head is on a ball joint, does roll around like so, does turn left and right, up about that far, down about that much, pivot side to side. Arms can go all the way up like that, which is very good. Out, not so much. This one a little more, mostly because of those shoulder pads. This is a bulkier shoulder pad, so it can't go up that much. We do get a double jointed jointed elbow, which is very nice, like that. Good bends. A rotation at that gauntlet right there, rotation at the wrist, as well as a hinge at the wrist. Double ball peg joint inside that torso, so that rolls around like so. does turn left and right, pivot side to side, crunches back and forth, all that good stuff. Hip joints that kick forward that much, back pretty good for the most part. Can do the splits amazingly, which is really cool. Rotating that upper thigh, double jointed knees that work very nice. Rotation at the boot. We have ankle joints, so allows you to point the toe up and down a little bit, rotate a little bit, and a slight ankle rocker. And you might want to be careful with these little flaps right here over the foot. I've heard people snapping those. And those are pretty sensitive, and those are kind of all like a little ball peg, so they can rotate a little bit, but you might not want to push them too much to the extreme because those just might snap off. And one thing I will complain about too, I've noticed this bothered me so much with the last figure. This blade is upside down. You're never supposed to holster a blade with a blade down like that. It's supposed to be this way. So when you draw a sword, it draws out like that. I don't know why. I'm just so nitpicky with that kind of thing. It's not supposed to be that way, so you can put it in like that and it'll stay, but the way the scabbard is shaped and sculpted, it goes in that way, and that's just wrong. The blade is always supposed to be facing up, never down. That's kind of like disrespectful to the blade and whatnot. Also, one thing I wanted to show you real quick, pop this head off right here, alright? And I'm actually going to take this little holster off right here too, and you'll see what I'm trying to do here, because it kind of got me thinking with this. So what I'm going to do is take this guy right here, the Punisher. Easily, in my opinion, the best Marvel figure to date. You know, him and the PX Deadpool are some of the best. So I'm going to pop that head off right here, and I'm going to pop him on this, like that. And that's just kind of something I kind of thought about. I was like, you know what? Because I was looking, it's all black. I think it works out great. And for customizers out there, I kind of think this kind of this midsection kind of looks like a skull already. So if you really wanted to paint it, you can totally make this like a custom, you know, heavy artillery Punisher or something like that. So that's just something I thought about that I think would be really cool if you decided to do that. So overall, if you can find this guy, again, I know he's hard to get right now. His run was cut pretty short, but he is incredible. And I would say that I would recommend paying just a little more for him than above retail. Not too much, but I think he's definitely worth it for being really just a redeco with extra accessories. He's incredible. So if you can find him, I highly recommend him because he is definitely a must get.
So for a quick size comparison, here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends Captain America figure, as well as a DCUC Batman figure. And for your Mezco comparison, here he is standing next to the standard release Deathstroke. And just for fun, here he is standing next to little Lego Bat Bomb. So there it is, guys, my review of the Mezco 112 Collective Previews Exclusive Deathstroke. Now overall, I just think this is a really cool figure and a lot of fun to pose around. Mezco is just constantly killing the game, and this is a good example. Yes, it's just a redeco with bonus accessories, but it is an awesome redeco, and I absolutely love it. Throw in those extra accessories like that sniper rifle, and you have a really cool Deathstroke figure. So if you can find them, I highly recommend them. And head over to Facebook and join my group, the Mezco 112 Collective Collectors, for all kinds of Mezco goodness. And for great deals, head over to agelessgeeks.com for awesome action figures like this and all the things you love. So please comment, like, and subscribe. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.